Taito, they built empires on blood, a history of Caucasian warmongering. For thousands of years, the earth rotated in balance, under the guidance of ancestral wisdom, divine law, and natural order. But then came the conquerors, the war-hungry, the ones who could not live in peace because war is their culture. Part 1. The war-born nature of the West. From the hills of Europe came tribes that worshipped conquest. Their history isn't one of harmony, it's one of invasion. The so-called great civilizations. Rome, Britain, France, Spain, Portugal, they didn't build wealth. They stole it, and what they couldn't steal, they burned. They called it glory. We call it terrorism. Their empires weren't built by visionaries. They were built by butchers. Part 2. America. The global war machine. America was born in blood. First, they wiped out the indigenous. Then, they kidnapped Africans to build their cities. But that wasn't enough. Since 1776, the U.S. has fought in over 130 wars, from the Philippines to Panama, from Vietnam to Venezuela, 20 years in Afghanistan, 8 years in Iraq, 6 years in Vietnam, 3 years in Korea, countless covert operations in Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East, and in every shadow, black and brown people bled so that white billionaires could live free. They exported democracy at the barrel of a gun. Part 3. Israel. The extension of Western violence. In 1948, another colonial project was born, Israel. Backed by the US and Europe, it became the foot soldier of imperialism in the Middle East. Since its creation, Israel has fought over 20 military campaigns, not to defend itself, but to dominate. 2000. Every few years, a new war, a new siege, a new massacre. It bombs schools, hospitals, refugee camps, then calls itself the victim. Part 4. Europe. Endless war in fancy clothing and Europe. Let's be honest, they invented the modern war economy. Britain has fought more countries than any nation in history, over 170. France built its empire on war in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean. Germany gave us 2 world wars. Spain and Portugal enslaved the planet. Even the so-called peaceful ones like Sweden and Norway fund, train, and supply the same war machines. Since World War II, European countries have participated in over 100 foreign interventions. In Kosovo, in Iraq, in Mali, in Libya, in Syria, in Afghanistan. They send peacekeepers, then leave behind warlords, puppet regimes, and mass graves. Part 5. The real question: who's the violent one? They call us savages, but we are not the ones who made war a lifestyle. Africa didn't bomb Hiroshima. Africa didn't enslave 15 million humans. Africa didn't build NATO. Africa didn't colonize 90% of the world. So, who's the savage? Who's the real terrorist? Who's the danger to the earth? Part 6. Pan-Africanism is the answer. Pan-Africanism teaches us to remember who we are, not just as victims but as survivors, as visionaries, as the children of Earth's first people, and the first law of survival. Know your enemy. Their system is war. Our tradition is balance. If we want peace, we must deconstruct the war machine. If we want justice, we must build it with our own hands. Not under their flags, but under our own. Because their history is written in blood, but ours is written in stars.